How to Communicate Naturally in Europe, a guide to social norms, culture, and travel tips. Part 1. Introduction and Understanding European Communication. Welcome to Smart English Start, the place where you learn English the smart way. Europe is a diverse continent with many languages, cultures, and traditions. If you're traveling to Europe, one question might come to mind. How do I communicate naturally with Europeans? Unlike in the US or Japan, communication styles in Europe vary greatly from country to country. Some cultures are very direct, while others prefer a more reserved approach. So in this video, we'll cover how communication styles differ across Europe, essential phrases and etiquette for different countries, social norms you should know before visiting, must-visit places and cultural experiences in Europe. If you're planning to travel to Europe or just want to understand different communication styles, this video is for you. 1. The diversity of European communication styles. Europe is not a single culture. It's made up of over 40 countries, each with its own traditions, languages, and ways of interacting. Let's look at 3 major communication styles in Europe. 1. Direct and efficient communication. Germany, Netherlands, Scandinavia. Countries like Germany, the Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark value efficiency and directness. People say what they mean. They don't use indirect speech or small talk as much. Punctuality is very important. Being late is considered rude. 2. Expressive and emotional communication. Italy, Spain, France, Portugal, Greece. Southern European countries tend to be more expressive. Conversations are passionate, with hand gestures, louder speech, and personal space is smaller. It's common to interrupt and talk over each other in social settings. It's a sign of engagement, not rudeness. 3. Reserved and formal communication. UK, Switzerland, Belgium, Austria, Eastern Europe. People in these countries tend to be more formal and reserved when meeting for the first time. Small talk is common, but personal topics, like politics and money, are avoided. Politeness is highly valued, and understatement is often used. For example, saying, "not bad," when something is actually very good. Understanding these 3 communication styles will help you adapt more easily when traveling through different parts of Europe. Part 2. Common mistakes and social norms in Europe. Now that we've covered different communication styles in Europe, let's talk about some common mistakes travelers make and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1. Assuming everyone speaks English. English is widely spoken in Europe, but not everyone is fluent. Where English is commonly spoken: Northern Europe, Scandinavia, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Netherlands, Germany. Major tourist cities: Paris, Rome, Barcelona, Berlin, Amsterdam. Where English is less commonly spoken: France, Italy, Spain, Portugal. Many people prefer speaking their native language, even if they know English. To show respect, try learning a few basic phrases in the local language. Even a simple bonjour, hello in French, or grazie, thank you in Italian, can make a big difference. Mistake number 2. Not greeting people properly. In Europe, greetings are important and vary by country. Common greetings in different countries: France, Italy, Spain, Portugal. A kiss on both cheeks is common between friends. Germany, Netherlands, Scandinavia. A firm handshake is preferred, even in casual situations. UK and Ireland. A simple hi or hello works, with a possible handshake for formal settings. Eastern Europe. A handshake is the most common greeting, and in some cases, men may kiss a woman's hand as a sign of respect. Mistake number 3. Not understanding personal space. Personal space in Europe depends on the country. Close contact cultures, Southern Europe. In Italy, Spain, Portugal, and Greece, people stand closer together when talking. Touching, hugging, and hand gestures are common in conversations. More reserved cultures, Northern and Central Europe. In Germany, the Netherlands, Scandinavia, and the UK, people prefer more personal space. Standing too close can feel uncomfortable. If you're unsure, watch how locals interact and match their level of personal space. Mistake number 4, not respecting dining etiquette. Dining customs in Europe vary by country. Here's what you need to know. Tipping habits in Europe. In France, Italy, Spain, and Germany, a small tip, 5–10%, is appreciated but not required. In the UK and Scandinavia, tips are often included in the bill. In Eastern Europe, tipping, 10–15%, is more expected. Dining manners. In France and Italy, never cut pasta with a knife. Use a fork and twirl it. In Germany and Austria, it's polite to say Prost, cheers, before drinking. In Spain, Portugal, and Greece, meals can last for several hours. There's no rush to finish quickly. Understanding dining customs will help you enjoy meals and avoid awkward moments. Understanding dining customs will help you enjoy meals and avoid awkward moments. Mistake number 5, talking too loudly in public. In some countries, people speak loudly and expressively, but in others, quietness is expected in public spaces. Where people speak loudly, more expressive cultures, Italy, Spain, Greece, Portugal, it's common to speak loudly and passionately in conversations. Where people are quieter, reserved cultures, Germany, Switzerland, Scandinavia, UK, speaking too loudly in public can feel disruptive. If you're in a reserved country, try to keep your voice lower in restaurants, trains, and public places. 6. Mistake number 6. Expecting stores to be open 24/7. In the US, stores are often open late at night or even 24/7. But in many European countries, stores and restaurants close earlier than expected. Where businesses close early, France, Germany, Switzerland, many shops close around 6 or 7 p.m., even in big cities. Spain and Italy, many stores close for a few hours in the afternoon for siesta, midday rest. Sundays in Europe, many stores are completely closed on Sundays, especially in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. If you're planning to shop or eat out, check the opening hours first, especially on Sundays. 7. Mistake number 7. Assuming public transportation works like in the US. Public transportation in Europe is very different from the US. In most European cities, trains, buses, and subways are the best way to get around. Many cities have efficient metro systems, like in Paris, London, Berlin, and Madrid. In some countries, Germany, Switzerland, Scandinavia, there are no ticket barriers, but there are ticket inspectors, and fines are expensive if you don't have a ticket. In Italy and Spain, some train systems can be slower, and delays are common. Taxis are expensive in many European cities. People often use Uber or local rideshare apps. Before traveling, it's a good idea to download local transportation apps to check routes and schedules. By avoiding these common mistakes, you'll have a smoother, more enjoyable experience in Europe. Part 3. Must-visit places in Europe. Europe is one of the most beautiful and diverse travel destinations in the world. From historic landmarks to breathtaking landscapes and cultural experiences, there's something for every traveler. Let's explore some of the must-visit places in Europe. Paris, France, the city of love and lights. Paris is one of the most iconic cities in the world, known for its art, fashion, food, and romance. Top attractions in Paris. Eiffel Tower, the most famous landmark in France, offering stunning views of the city. Louvre Museum, home to the Mona Lisa and other world-famous artworks. Notre Dame Cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. Champs-Élysées and Arc de Triomphe, one of the most famous shopping streets in the world. Seine River Cruise, a romantic way to see the city from the water. And of course, don't forget to try authentic French cuisine, croissants, escargot, and crème brûlée. 2. Rome, Italy, the Eternal City. Rome is a city of ancient history, stunning architecture, and delicious food. Top attractions in Rome. Colosseum, the largest ancient amphitheater in the world. Vatican City, home to St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel. Trevi Fountain, toss a coin and make a wish. Pantheon, a nearly 2,000-year-old temple with an open dome. Piazza Navona, a beautiful square with fountains and street artists. Rome is also a food lover's dream. Don't leave without trying authentic pasta, pizza, and gelato. 3 London, England, a mix of history and modernity. London is a city where royalty, history, and modern culture come together. Top attractions in London. Big Ben and Houses of Parliament, iconic landmarks along the River Thames. Buckingham Palace, watch the famous changing of the guard ceremony. Tower of London, a historic fortress with the crown jewels. British Museum, one of the world's best museums with artifacts like the Rosetta Stone. West End Theatres, London's version of Broadway with world-class performances. And don't forget to enjoy a classic afternoon tea with scones, jam, and clotted cream. 4. Barcelona, Spain, the city of art and sunshine. Barcelona is a city full of colorful architecture, beautiful beaches, and lively street life. Top attractions in Barcelona. Sagrada Familia, a breathtaking basilica designed by Gaudí. Parc Güell, a fairy tale-like park with mosaic-covered buildings. La Rambla, a famous pedestrian street with shops and cafes. Barcelona Beach, a great place to relax by the Mediterranean Sea. Gothic Quarter, a maze of medieval streets with hidden gems. Barcelona is also known for tapas, seafood paella, and refreshing sangria. Amsterdam, Netherlands, the city of canals. Amsterdam is famous for its canals, cycling culture, and artistic heritage. Top attractions in Amsterdam. Anne Frank House, a powerful museum about Anne Frank's life. Van Gogh Museum, home to the works of one of the world's greatest painters. Rijksmuseum, featuring masterpieces by Rembrandt and Vermeer. Canal cruises, the best way to see the city's unique architecture. Jordan District, a charming neighborhood with cafes and galleries. Renting a bike and cycling through Amsterdam is one of the best ways to explore the city. 6. Santorini, Greece, a Greek island paradise. Santorini is one of the most beautiful islands in the world, famous for its white buildings and blue domes. Top attractions in Santorini. Oya Village, the best place to watch the sunset. Red Beach and Black Beach, unique volcanic sand beaches. Ancient Akrotiri, a preserved Minoan city from over 3,500 years ago. Fira Town, a lively area with shops, cafes, and incredible views. And of course, try traditional Greek food like gyros, souvlaki, and feta cheese. 7. Prague, Czech Republic, the fairy tale city. Prague is a city full of medieval charm and stunning architecture. Top attractions in Prague. Prague Castle, the largest ancient castle in the world. Charles Bridge, a beautiful stone bridge with statues and great views. Old Town Square, home to the famous astronomical clock. John Lennon Wall, a colorful tribute to peace and freedom. Prague is also known for delicious beer and hearty Czech cuisine. Europe is full of incredible places to explore, each with its own unique history, culture, and traditions. No matter where you go, you'll experience amazing sights, delicious food, and unforgettable memories.